Yeah, I think it was, I mean, a little up and down. I think maybe there was 2 interceptions in the first half, but it's so easy to look at the quarterback. That's the position. It's the position that you're going to get the praise, you're going to get the blame, and that's why it's been important for me to continue to meet with those guys because I have to continue to think the way they think. And so a couple of them were bad at balls. A couple of them were, it's not always on the quarterback, and we don't want to turn the ball over. We know that. We have to take care of the football, but it's a collective part that we have to, everybody make sure we're on the same page. And there's got to be guys that make the quarterback look good, right? And that's the challenge. Like, it's not always about making a perfect throw, but we have to have some guys that can make them look good. And so we'll evaluate it, but, I was listening. He played, I don't know how many plays in the first half, got 0 break. I'm really proud of him stepping up and playing for both teams. No, I think they were just precautionary. Like, hey, his knee kind of – I think Kevin, they said his knee kind of felt a little bit loose or whatever. Not in like a – I don't want anybody to write like, oh, his knee felt loose. No. They said it was a little bit sore. He got hit, and then, hey, keep him out, right? And then same thing with Logan. I think his shoulder was kind of got banged up a little bit. It was in the second half. I wanted to get some of those guys out anyway, so it was a little bit to keep those guys out. And we'll see. We got a medical report tomorrow, I'm sure. They got to check in, so we'll see what the injuries are from the game. Yeah, recruiting never stops. That's the first thing. Recruiting, right? Today's recruiting. Tomorrow's recruiting. Every day we have to recruit, and every coach has to have that mindset. It's about we have to get the best players in the country that fit this place. And so that's an everyday responsibility, an everyday focus. In terms of how do I become a better coach, and I mean, there's many different ways to enhance what you do. You got to be able to talk to other people that are currently head coach or former head coaches, look at situational football, continue to look back at this spring and say, okay, what positions, what schematic areas do we need to improve at, and then try to address them, not wait to fall camp as much as what can we do in June, what can we do in July. You got some coaches going away, but coaches that are here, we have to all maximize the opportunities that we have to be around our players. Yeah, I think I said it on the air, it's just that we got, I think, 14 incoming freshmen, and the misconception is that if you come in early, like, it's going to give you a better chance to play, and you know what? If you're a guy that's going to be able to play early, you're going to come in June or come in January, we're going to know. And he's one of those guys. He's going to be able to help us. And you saw it from the very first and second spring practice. And so he's a guy that understands the big pictures in terms of the playbook. He still has some learning to do, but he's a guy that can make things happen. That the transition from high school to college wasn't too big for him. It's a true brotherhood. It is a true brotherhood, and you can feel it. You can see it. It's like nothing else. And so it's really, really good and humbling to be around. It's humbling to be around, but it's a brotherhood, and I think people take a lot of pride in the time they spend here and what Notre Dame has done for them.